I have a message to the new owners of MetaZoo. And we're going to be hunting the pubic hair error squonk out of Cryptid Nation 2nd edition packs. Why, you ask? Well, because it's almost as exciting as Mothman at this point. There is apparently, and I've seen it pulled, not sure how rare it is, but there is an error squonk, which has a little hair that I guess got scanned in, not sure. So to the new owners of MetaZoo, here's some ideas. For each pack, I will give one tip. Just kidding. They probably already know what they're gonna do with the IP, but I had some ideas. One of them is the printer overseas is owed a lot of money, apparently, and they were potentially trying to sell it under the table, but they're trying to recoup some money. So my thought was just allow them to sell the stock directly to consumers and then pay the outstanding difference from there. That's one idea I had. So for example, if CN2 box goes for $1 and to print it costed, let's say $8, then MetaZoo owes the printer $7. I don't think CN2 would go for $1, but let's just say those spell books did go for $1 and they costed $2 to print. One of the ideas is you could just let them sell it and then MetaZoo pays the difference, so that way they don't have to deal with all the logistics of shipping it from one place to the next. As far as the golden warehouse, my idea is that they obviously have to pay the warehouse fees as soon as the sale goes through, but liquidate all that overprinted products in remaining stock. Whatever's in there, especially the overprinted stuff, just dump it all. Let it go out into the world. Let people put some money behind it. Even if it's going for cheap again. Let me put that back over here. There we go. You could, and let's just say there's a bunch of UFO spell books that don't get sold. You could donate all of the existing product. Getting some reverse hollows, no squonk yet. I still don't have a pube squonk, so looking for it. Try to get it graded. Probably won't try to get it graded, but definitely want one for the collection, for the meme. And that's the thing, MetaZoo is a meme, right? It's always kind of been a meme. Hopefully the new owners realize that with MetaPoo and all the other products. We're gonna get memed and we're for it, right? Pube Squonk. We're looking for pube squonks now. We're getting creative with what we have left. Definitely looking forward to some new stuff, but before any of that can happen, you're gonna have to pay the printers and pay the warehouse fees. And again, I think that's just something where you just let it all go. Just auction it all off to the highest bidder. Take the remaining product that you think is valuable back to your own warehouse and donate everything else. If you can get them to even come pick it up. Right, that stuff is heavy. Alright, no pube squonk yet. And outside of the people who are owed money getting whatever they get back from the trustee. Let's just say they get 50 cents on the dollar. Let's hope that the new company might be able to pay it off in full, whether through store credit or future products, some way to make it up. Even though it wasn't them, you're kind of buying something that's inherited with some baggage. So you're gonna have to deal with it. Can't hide from it. No Pube Squonk there, but we do got a Squonk, so another reverse hollow metal man. Yeah, so ensure that everybody who's owed money is paid off in full. And even if it has to be discounts off future products, I mean, make everybody whole. Reverse hollow Tizaruk. And as far as what they might put their resources into from here, because I don't think they are going to buy the company and then just try to sell off what's remaining. But they might not have a huge budget either. They might need to make some money back. So from dumping all the product, and whatever money that you had invested, you might put the remaining resources into cutting a lot of the IP, kind of distilling it down to the most popular stuff, kind of draw the line, and this is where we're headed. You're gonna have to take Squonk with you, but not everything, right, not everything's gonna be a hit from the past, and not everything needs to be included in the future. So things like UFOs, Bigfoot, certain cryptids that are actually pulling people in, double down on those efforts. Put the art into those favorites and go from there. Still no Pube Squonk. We're gonna keep going until we get one. Another thing that I really think that they should do, besides distilling the product down and kind of deciding where they're going to take it, is to create a pilot trailer. If that's a part of, if the original story is a part of the IP, which I think it should be, a pilot trailer with Sam Sinclair and kind of the storyline that goes with all of that. And it doesn't need to be made for kids. It probably shouldn't be made for kids. Might even be an MA cartoon. So that's one idea I think that should be taken care of fairly quickly. I mean, just one really good episode with the distilled nature of MetaZoo. It's got to feel, it's got to feel right. I also think that just by giving a certain platform exclusive nature to your content, the MetaZoo show, or however you're going to name it, I think that is something also to consider, is who can you partner with immediately to lock down the IP, give them an exclusive pass at all the content. Because then I think you'd get potentially a couple platforms, looking to bid for MetaZoo, in a sense, like maybe Netflix wants it and they're going to be putting X resources to promoting it. Something like that. Or maybe there's some new streaming platforms that are coming out that you could partner with. Such as, well, there's a bunch of new streaming services, but such as YouTube, right? other platforms like that. So that's another idea that I think should happen as soon as possible with their remaining resources. Lock down that partnership with a streaming service or platform. And as soon as the episode is created, create the remaining 9 or so, right? We need like 10 good episodes with only the distilled ideas and with the previous plot. Reverse Hollow Bigfoot. And I think within the episodes themselves, you know, it's got to be a certain kind of humor, almost like what Rockstar Games would do or something. It's got to be parody of other things, but have that kind of unrefined look to it, because I believe that's part of MetaZoo's charm. It's how it's a little unrefined. And then as soon as the episodes hit, I would start completely fire selling everything. Distributors, anybody who will take it and distribute it, I would almost say don't focus on the money, focus on for the remaining products that were printed before you showed up. Just dump them, fire sell them as the show is live. Let people get their hands on it for cheap, and then just sit back and relax. And once all the stock is completely dry, use any remaining funds on simply coming out with the products that you have ready or that were promised, such as War, SCP. I think you've got to finish that. To really make sure everybody's made whole, that the story's made whole, that the cards, the sets made whole. And potentially after, and I wouldn't even say War, right? War might not even be ready. We're getting a lot of reverse hollow black cats out of here. War's probably not ready, but let's just say that War was half ready. You might also be able to just create some new core products from existing assets. So one thing I thought recently, it was a couple months ago, was these bookmarks. In this set, it doesn't look so great. They're all right, but this is supposed to be a bookmark hanging over a page, right? So why not make bookmark packs? They start looking cooler and cooler in later sets, but I wonder how many bookmark graphics that they actually have available. I would think 6 or 7. I know that there's it even changes on some of the dual aura types on native cards and all that. But yeah, take those existing graphics, print up packs of bookmarks, and then have one hollow bookmark in each one. Maybe like a pack of 5 bookmarks. Maybe more, a pack of 10 bookmarks, paper bookmarks. But I think that's the kind of product that you might already have the graphics for it. You might have to upscale it a little bit. But I would actually buy some bookmark packs. This later sets, they look really cool, even better, but even getting something like that, you know, CN Water, CN Spirit, I also think that they have a lot of high quality art that was created for exclusive promos or exclusive whatever, maybe poster arts, different kind of advertisements. So I think if you took some of that high quality art for the beasties and upscaled them, put them on posters, made low orders and low print runs, maybe even made to order on some of that stuff. And that's the other thing. I think the new MetaZoo owners should just sell directly to consumer. Yeah, I don't, you know, obviously, I mean, that might not happen, but I kind of feel like that's the trend anyways. Just direct to consumer, potentially. And I also think the t-shirts, the MetaZoo t-shirts have some really cool art, but I think the branding might be a little overkill. I would like to see some MetaZoo art t-shirts that are really meant to look like just normal non-promotion t-shirts. You know, like a really, really sick Mothman or Wendigo. Maybe not the Fresno Nightcrawlers. I know some people like them. What else? What else for the new owners of MetaZoo? And I think also doing low run reprints of something like Hero Quest 1 and Hero Quest 2 to me is not a bad idea, just because I would like to have those cards to play with. I think some of those cards are just way too rare. So go ahead and put second edition on them, and please print a bunch of stuff that was scarce into second edition. But keep the run rate a little bit low. And I think the pricing on that might even be able to be a little bit higher than normal packs. Yeah, with inflation and prices continuing to go up, and wages going up over time, I could see that the price of a booster pack, if today Pokemon's selling it for $5, in 10 years it might be selling it for $10. Ooh, Squonk. So the reason I say that is you might need to just come out of the gate with a little bit higher price tag if it's a lower print run. I think the main thing is just to be patient, you know. It's got to have some time to actually get out into the world and be appreciated. Because without a very select few of YouTube channels and some other stuff, I mean, most people wouldn't even know about MetaZoo. And to me, MetaZoo has a bigger potential outside of just trading card sphere. So I'm interested in hearing what your thoughts are. What would be your message to the new owners of MetaZoo? Is it different from mine? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know your comments. Let me know what you think. Thought I'd just make this video to joke around and meme on the idea of the Pube Squonk. Escaped Alien did his first live stream the other day, and I happened to catch that. And he was in there talking about a Pube Squonk. And then it got followed up by Funkle Slumpkin hunting for the Pube and found it within a booster box. I think pulled 4 Squonks and ended up with 1 Pube Squonk. So it's a movement now, and the new owners of MetaZoo must make a Pube Squonk promo to celebrate the time in which we were all still ripping CN2 packs. I don't even want a Mothman right now. I really want that Air Pube Squonk. See with my own eyes. I went through a bunch of bulk. Didn't find one in the 8 squonks that I found. So these things are getting elusive on me at this point. Reverse Hollow Mothman. I'll take it. Still no Pube Squonk. Yeah, I think those are about the only ideas that I had for the new owner. So maybe I'll just reiterate. I kind of did a little note here. I think the first thing again is printers. Take care of the printers. Allow the printer to sell directly to the consumer. Get around having to deal with the logistics on that and pay them the difference. Number 2 would be to pay the warehouse fees and then liquidate all the overprinted items. Potentially just open public auction, UFO spell books, all of that. Hopefully some of the bigger boys will show up, Walmart, Target, maybe somebody from them shows up and buys you out. But anything that's remaining, donate it to thrift shops or whoever will take it. Maybe you can get a small write-off there, I'm not sure. Anyone who's owed money is either paid back in full and confirmed, accounted for after the fact. If they're able to do that, go through the orders, and I assume that it's all just a percent. So once it hits that they're going to pay back the pre-orders, they'll probably just know the percentage that they got paid back. I don't think there's any priority within there. So whatever that percentage is, try to give them some store credit, or ideally some product maybe, if they would take it. And once all the amends are made, put all your resources to cutting all the parts of the lore down, distill it down to only the things people love, whether that's through, I'm not sure how you would get the best sample on that. I don't think it could just be an open. I want to see if there's a reverse hollow of this, but we did get another squonk. Yeah, I don't know how you would get a sample of that sample set, but yeah, it would be interesting to have some kind of community feedback. Maybe they have teams of people that can figure that out. Oh, this elusive squonk. And again, I think a visual animated pilot would do wonders for this show, or for this brand, because I think a lot of people in the community have ideas on how the story goes in their head, and it's fun, when you can kind of dream about it, but to actually see it, would be awesome. And even if it's just one single pilot, and then go to the streaming services and try to figure out who might pick it up. I don't know how that works, whether they pay you for the show, and yeah, who knows. But if you can get a deal on that, I think MetaZoo, the show, has a really big shot, because everybody loves cryptids, right? Everyone knows. Is there anybody out there that might not like cryptids? I have no idea. Like, you can't be taking yourself so seriously, right? Like, we used to do the Bloody Mary thing in the mirror, and it was scary, right? Kind of makes you nervous, but at the end of the day, you always knew Bloody Mary's not going to pop out through the mirror. Or has she? No survivors. That's why nobody knows. And if you're able to get the exclusive content, create 10 episodes with the distilled ideas, Blood Ruby. If you're able to get the show, fire sell all the remaining products that you have. Don't keep anything. Let it get out into the world. Let it get out into people's hands. And any funds that are created from that fire sale should then be put towards products in very low print run. Still no error. It's number 3. And then yeah, I don't know what other kind of core products that they might be able to come up with based on some of the I don't know what other core products that they could come up with based on the existing graphics and stuff they have, but the really good stuff, maybe allow that to be purchased from your website to kind of recoup some of those funds and get that investment vehicle going again. Bookmark packs, high quality art, posters, t-shirts with very minimal branding. Am I suggesting that they make t-shirts again? I am, because I think if they just come back with just do the card game alone, no TV show, it's going to be a long road. And again, I'd really like to see some of the rare products reprinted with a separate stamp, just because I would like to be able to enjoy some of those cards, and I think other people might also. But let me know, what do you think of my list? Do you think I got anything right? Do you think I got anything wrong? Do you think that anybody is watching any of the YouTube videos on MetaZoo? I don't know, by the time I post this, maybe there'll be an announcement. But I feel like we're going to get the announcement a lot later, somewhere in October. Potentially, maybe not even this year, which would... that would kind of suck if we didn't even hear one thing all year from them. But if they're going to come back, maybe just a real short teaser of sorts to let us know that they're working on it again. And yeah, I can't really think of anything else that I would suggest that they do. Listen to the community, right? There's a lot of great YouTubers out there, such as Menace, who he never stopped creating content. He never doubted it for a second. So Menace probably needs a content creator medal during the dark ages of MetaZoo. And I'm just amazed with the number of content coming out each week. It's very hard to keep up. Also because school started and things are picking up at work, so that's why I kind of dedicated the rip and chill each week, so I'd at least be checking in and letting people know I saw their content, maybe even if I didn't comment. We're running out of CN2 packs here. Wouldn't that be a shame if this whole video went without a CN2? Squonk, Pube Air. Come on, I know you're in there. What are the odds? Sinkhole Sam. Yeah, a couple of people coming back. Jeff West. Quetzalcoatlus. Love that card. I like that artwork too. I don't know about y'all, but I hope the new MetaZoo keeps this blotchy watercolor artwork that looks like it's from the 90s cartoon. Or maybe 80s cartoon, I don't know. But I really like that style. And I saw a comment that Chris Campman no longer does art like this and would probably not be interested in working with MetaZoo again. So if that's true, that's a shame. But I think there's a lot of other great artists out there that worked with MetaZoo that could probably lead the vision. They might need to get their R&D guy back, Emilio, which I believe is working at a different company now. Another reverse walking Sam. So yeah, not much to say at this point. I might just cut this short and save this for some kind of live stream in the future, maybe. I was hoping I would get this Pube Squonk within the time frame of the list. So while I go through it, if you're still here, go ahead and leave me a comment. Let me know what you would like. Well, leave the new owners of MetaZoo a comment. What do you want them to do? What do you think would work? You know it better than anybody. I just got into MetaZoo within the past year, coming up on about a year now. It was the first time that I ever discovered it. Ooh, growth with a real scratched up hollow. The hollow patterns on these are cool too. I just hope they keep everything the same as far as that goes. The red borders, I like the red borders. They've grown on me a lot. I like the art. I don't mind that once in a while the text is a little bit too small. That's why I got my magnification device, which, here it is, magnification device. There we go, another Squonk. No air. It's number 4 regular Squonk with the reverse Squonk. Nothing yet. But yeah, the MetaZoo community is just great. All the content creators out there, they all comment on each other's stuff, which is nice. I don't think anybody's really out to compete. There's nothing to compete about. I hope it stays like that. I hope if, right? I guess we're still in the stage of if MetaZoo comes back, I think it'll be flooded by a bunch of new people. You know, some of those people will be out just trying to make some money and might just drown out all the people who truly loved it for what it was. So again, the MetaZoo Menace video is a really cool video, because in a couple years from now, we might look back and find that there are 10 times more creators for MetaZoo. Hodag Fall Hollow. I'm sorry to report we're down to 5 packs here. So we will see if we get the Pube Squonk. And if I don't get it, you can check out Escaped Aliens live stream, and also Funkle Slumpkin to see the card. I wasn't able to Google it when I tried to find it originally, so if I can't show it here, I'm sorry. Here we go. Reverse sewer alligator. Also, what do you think about the reverse hollow? What do you think the new owners of MetaZoo should do with that, if they're going to continue to print cards? Is there a certain ratio you'd like to see? Oh no, this is feeling hopeless. Got 2 more packs left. I'm trying here. And also, what is your percent? What do you think the chance of MetaZoo can come back? Because I've heard different things lately. I mean, most people was at where I was at in January, like, oh no, this thing might not ever come back, to where I last marked it at 30, but I'm hearing people say it's just a flip of a coin now. So are we truly at 50% chance of MetaZoo returning? Last pack magic. Nope. All right, I'll buy it on eBay for $1,000.